Hey, what's up, Rich Homies? Welcome to the new series, Quinnside the Mind. This is a series very similar to Arabs Inside the Mind of an IGL, where we basically go through my gameplay and then I explain to you guys what I'm thinking at the time and why I do certain things. I want to thank Arab for allowing me to continue with a similar idea that he's done plenty of episodes on. So if you guys do want to go see what he's done, link down below. But to start the first episode off, I wanted to talk about how to play with no mobility. So in this circumstance, I was playing as a solo, but this can be very similar applied to when it comes to duos or trios. So let's hop in the video to show how I am so successful even without using any mobility. So the footage that I'm going to be talking over today is a specific game, being my last game in the solo late game tournament. So this is going to be one of the games that people are going to be trying the hardest, as there is no more queues. And I sort of want to talk about how to play with no mobility. So we spawn with a harpoon only here, and we have no pads, no peppers, no nothing. But I end up becoming very successful. So don't get zone pull here. What I'm sort of looking for at this point is to see how other people are going to be rotating around me. So obviously I'm not the first person that needs to rotate. The person that needs to rotate first is the person that's to my west that I'm looking at right now. So I'm trying to see if that guy's going to be padding, or sort of how everyone else is going to be rotating. So you do want to avoid rotating first most of the time, because if you rotate first, then everyone's going to be focused on you. So you want to sort of see what other people do and see if it's successful for them so you can recycle it, or see if it doesn't work. So I see this guy shooting at people. Try to go for some shots. So I'm like, okay, that guy behind me, is it going to rotate? I do like this little fake build out, sort of showing that, hey, I rotated or whatnot. I'm trying to read my opponents right here. This guy right here is just sitting there, sort of getting frustrated a little bit, don't see him rotating, and then a pad comes. So I then go and recycle the pad. I box up, allow this guy to hit it, and then hit it right after him. So when I hit this pad, a very huge thing when you have no mobility is wanting to make sure that you're elevated, right? If I end up setting up on this low ground right here, then I'm not going to be able to recycle any pads for next zone. But if I set up right here, then the people below me might have a pad that I can use to recycle for next zone. Along with that, I have a better view for holds, which can get me more kills and can also allow me to get some harpoons. So here I set up elevated. Whenever I don't have mobility, I like to set up elevated. So this guy dies, and this guy right next to me, get the wood. I try to harpoon the brick. It glitches out. Don't get the brick. But one thing that I do realize is that this guy has a pad. So in my head right here, I know where a 100% pad guy is going to be at, because that guy got the pad loot. So for next zone, I can most likely recycle that. Here I'm trying to look for some holds. The guy set up close to me, so I'm just trying to make sure that he doesn't cause any issues to me. Alright, so next zone's coming through. Check if that guy's there, trying to get some piece control on him. He's not in storm, he elevated. It sounds like he's to my left now. So now I don't have zone. I hop in the cone right here, and I know 100% that there's going to be a pad to my southwest. So I'm going to call it out here in a second. Southeast is what I meant. But I know that there's a pad there, but I'm still looking for another easier access, trying to read my opponents to see what they're going to be doing. See what this guy's going to do. And I assume this guy has a pad based off how he's playing. Whenever someone breaks a cone in their box, like this guy just did, it shows that he's going to be placing a pad in that area. So then I'm getting ready to recycle it. But at the same time, I'm not pressuring this guy until he hits the pad, because what if I started pressuring this wall? Yeah, he might pad instantly, or he might try to hold it and then cause a storm fight. So I'm trying to allow this guy to get a free rotate without, trying to delay him. So he bakes his cone, which allows me to see what he's doing. He's going to place a short pad right here. I read it, make sure to block my sides, recycle, and bam. Whenever you have a harpoon endgame, it's very important to stay elevated. So that's something that I try to do in this endgame right here. Try to go for a safe land, hoping that I was going to piece control someone right there by getting their wall. Don't get it, so I then am ahead of zone. I look for a hold here. Again, this is a very crucial kill. If I'm able to get it, hit him for white, exploit in a box, then I get the kill. So that was the impact that I needed to help me continue the end game. Now I get off my charge. Still have no mobility, but I do have a lot of mats. So as you can see here, whenever your edge zone are on the side that's pulling far away, like let's say if you look at the top right, I'm coming from like deep right here, you always want to elevate, because if you're just doing a straight line, then people could easily shoot at you. But if you're going elevated, then the people that are looking for holds can't shoot you as easily because you're moving up layers. Yeah, you got to be careful of height, but if you're not second height or whatnot. Heights usually focus on people padding in the air or whatnot. So here I am doing a little elevated rotate, making sure that I don't need to build to my left as I'm rotating on a hard left side. I usually like to rotate through either the left or right side of the zone. So I'm continuing to rotate, and then here's where I use and abuse the harpoon. So I'm doing a stair tarp, then I look for holds. See if I get any holds here, see if I can get any impacts that I can harpoon, and then I don't have anything, I'm just going to keep playing ahead. So this is just a very safe play that I like to do. And again, with my elevation that I put myself on, it allows me to get these holds. Versus, let's say I was on low ground, like right over here, I would have a harder time finding people that I could hold. As you could see, I have a lot of opportunities that I can shoot at, and that is based off of my elevation. So I know that loot's too far away. Harpoon usage is 34 meters. And I can usually eye it. Sometimes I mark the loot to see what it is. So here I am looking for holds. And again, I don't overextend. I'll hit that guy for shield. So then here I'm going for a little drop as I could see the elevation change. So the elevation went from here to here. And I was sort of staying on this layer. So if I did end up getting shot out, I could take a lot of fall damage. So I made sure to drop with the elevation, and just in case I would be getting chopped. So that was sort of just like my safe play of dropping down right here. And I still have high elevation. I'm looking for another hold. Now I'm going to be able to abuse that harpoon. So a lot of stuff that I keep in mind here is I know I can't get that loot down there as it's too far. I try to get a little cone here. That would have been the good play. I missed my pump, but I don't overextend on it. I know there's a guy there. I see him die to the left, so I hope that he comes back through as zone pulls back. The guy isn't rotating through, so I just decided to continue my rotate. So I'm going back, but one thing that I did realize is when I was back here, going for that hold, I went for that loot, and then I look down, and then I see that loot right below me right here. And I know that that's going to be a very awkward harpoon because of this guy rotating. So I don't focus on the loot below me. And I try to get some more loot over there, but end up not being able to get it. But I end up positioning myself in a position where I get to play ahead of zone. And then I look back and get that loot that I knew that was still down there, being able to snag up 100 brick and the flopper. And then I see this guy, try to go for a shot on him. Not the best peek. I would have done a window. And I knew that there was a match here that I could have harpooned. So, again, I'm just abusing this elevation and also the harpoon at the same time. Continuing to rotate ahead, making sure that I stay inside zone. I see this guy right in front of me. So I end up going up a couple layers. I didn't really have a necessary play if I wanted to play height or low here. But after harpooning those mats, I thought maybe I could have been going for a high ground play. One misplay that I did right here is that this is my tarp from earlier that you guys remember. So there's someone recycling my tarp that I could have fought, as you could see them replace the stair there. So if I would have won this height take right here, then I would have won the game. But unfortunately, I do not do the best play with reading the opponent. Try to get a high wall here. I end up coning myself, making it very awkward. Low on build, so I drop, look up. Again, goes through a lot of old builds. Can't really go for too much. Just going for some sprays, trying to spray out this guy. Looks like he's on low mats, so right here I'm kind of confident. Oh, he's low mats. As long as I hit my shots, then I should be chilling. Try to edit him down. I build when I don't have builds, which is a big misplay. I missed my pump there. I hit 100 there, but then I end up missing that one too. And as you can see, the person who got high ground ends up winning the game. So yeah, I would have been able to win and probably get like top 8 or top 7 in the tournament in the last game. But I did just want to recap sort of how I did so well with having no mobility. So one thing, whenever I don't have a launch pad peppers in my inventory, I always try to go find a harpoon through fishing spot holders or whatnot. So this did help you guys out, guys. If you guys do want to see more Quinnside the Mine videos, let me down below and let me know what topics you guys want to see. Drop a like, subscribe, and check out my other videos if you guys are interested. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.